$4 trillion to our debt. It didn't reduce it. It added to the debt in the trillions of dollars. That's what our politicians are doing right now. About like, just real quick on the universal healthcare thing, like the way you should look at this, like, you know, should the average American be paying like 10 grand a year on health care, or should they to private healthcare, private health insurance, or should they pay like 4 grand a year to like a federal universal thing? You know, like it's a simple question, you know, easy. It's not difficult. Some of these other things like universal background checks on guns, you know, like I mean, some of these things they're just crumbs. They cost like next to nothing. You know, like anti-monopolistic laws. Like people are broadly against corporate monopolies. Okay, people want to see like more anti-monopolistic laws. You know,
like what?
We already have.
Like what? I mean,
36.
Yeah, thank you, Marshall. Like I'm wondering, what in the world is he talking about? Sarbanes-Oxley? Like what are you talking about? Like what transparency? What else do you want? What's your concern? We have antitrust laws. You know, it's weird the stuff you're saying, because, and then you're speaking as if this is what polls the highest, maybe with you and your constituency, but what polled the highest in this election was our border and our economy. So, like, the stuff that you're talking about, it wasn't polling at the top. It may be for a group of Democrats somewhere, but not nationwide, and clearly 77 million people didn't agree with you.
You're just misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm asking, like, if you look at the things that are most broadly supported, the things that have the most wide and most broad support, you take those things. Those are the things I'm talking. I'm not talking about like who won the last election. I'm talking about like just the things that pull the highest at the list, like consistently at the top of the things that pull the best, like paid family medical leave, for instance.
Paid family medical leave pulls at the top of the list? I don't think so.
Whether you can afford those things after you've established whether they're broadly popular or not. Broad popularity doesn't matter if you don't have any money in the bank.
Yeah, but I mean, like, my point here is like, we have all these really popular things. Okay, people just like. It doesn't matter whether you're Republican or a Democrat. People just like them. They want them to happen. So it doesn't matter what your alleged, you know, cost concerns are. I'm sure there's
it's not an alleged
there are ways.
Concern if you know
look, Marshall. Look, every time you interrupt me, I lose track of where I am. It's just rude, Marshall. Okay, it's just rude. You know, talk to Brad about that. He has.
How about the things we're talking about instead of the
Look, Marshall, you're still talking, dude. You're still talking, dude.
You are
know what? Just fuck it. You guys can sit here and talk to each other.
We should do it. The next question that follows broadly popular is, can you afford the damn thing? That's the question.
Well, I think it's. I know there's a lot of people in my country that feel the same way as him. I mean, I think a broader question is like, does your average citizen have enough good access to accurate information to know what to demand from the government? So I know that economics is a very difficult field. There's a hell of a lot of moving parts to it, you know?
Yeah, there certainly are. Like I said, it's not necessarily about whether it polls well, it's about whether you can do it. Something may poll well,
right,
and you may really want it, but what if you can't afford it, or what if you can't do it? The doable question is like a critical question as to whether any of those policies are even affordable or not.
Right, and then, you know, Marshall, so my family is my sister's in Chicago, my brother-in-law is American, and they have certain things that they like and love about both countries, right? Fair enough. Canada and the United States are both wonderful, really great countries, and there is no perfect place in this world, but I understand where he's coming from, because, you know, on the surface view of things, there are very, very wealthy people, and the largest companies in the world, I think, are mostly in the United States, a lot in China as well. So, from the layperson's point of view, well, there's billionaires, nearly trillionaires, massive companies, the groundwork, the soil in the United States, the economy is fertile enough to give birth to these wonderful things. Why shouldn't everybody just be taxed across the board? And again, there's no such thing as free healthcare in Canada. It's not free. We all pay for it, right? Just through our taxes, it's higher. And so, if the United States can afford to grow these massive companies, then it should be, on the surface, able to afford universal health care, right? So it does.
Yeah, but it fundamentally mistakes one principle. It mistakes the idea that companies can grow large, and that the ability of those companies to grow large is the government's responsibility or fault. Right? Yes, companies receive subsidies from government, certainly, surely.
Sure.
The reason companies are broadly popular, or at least broadly successful, it's not about government, or it's not about what government did. Right. It's about what the market did. And I think one of the problems is people associate that wealth belonging to the government, and it doesn't. It belongs to the government.
Right, but in Canada, right, it's the people that pay for the health care, right? Just as an example, right? So we all get taxed. And then if there is this broad support, if everybody, like he's saying, if like 70% of the United States population is saying, hey man, just go ahead, tax me $4,000 across the whole board, tax everybody here the same amount, then let's just go for it. This like general, base level healthcare, right? And then if you want something better, then you can go, you can buy additional healthcare.
I think be 4,000. I hate the argument.
You don't think so?
Boils it down to it would be $4,000. No, it wouldn't. They would tell you to be $4,000, and then when the government decided to hike the price, guess what? You have to pay whatever the fucking hike price was.
I don't know. I have to check.
It's putting the ability to get healthcare in the government's hands. That's a bad idea. If the government has the ability to hold and deny healthcare, then where else are you supposed to go? And if you have a nationalized healthcare system, that's exactly what that is. The government.
Yeah, but a lot of things are nationalized. Right? Yeah, but there's a lot of things that are nationalized, right? Like the roads, right? So I do understand the slippery slope thing. Like, don't give the government too much money or else they'll mismanage it. And for sure, it's a problem here in Canada, for sure. And governments have proven time and time again that they do mismanage money.
Our federal government doesn't manage all the roads. Like, see, again, it doesn't.
Correct me. Yeah. I don't know.
The national highway system is managed by the federal government, but the road I'm currently fucking on right now, the county road, is not managed by the federal government. This is why the universal health care plan in Canada, which is actually kind of a misnomer, it's crumbling at its big hands right now. And again, I'll do the room on this. I don't know why people constantly want to deviate. And the fucking Canadians always come up and go, we have universal health. No, you have a welfare country that is existence upon the U.S. for it.
I think it's a bit more complicated than that, Brad. Come on. I mean, to be fair.
Why? Why do you think it's more complicated? Your infrastructure projects are at the behest and mostly dominated by the U.S. markets and companies, right?
I don't know.
80% of shipbuilding.
I'm not a specialist in it. I do know that if we turn off our energy, you guys go dark.
No, that's actually the inverse, because we actually did that once. Niagara Falls went dark. It had a brownout early 2000s. It affected the entire seaboard, eastern seaboard, out to the Midwest.
I think we're going to get into a chest bumping match here and get off topic, but if you want to be more detailed, go ahead.
It's like if you continue to interrupt me, I just move you down, and I don't care at that point. But
then you win.
Damn right, it's my room. So, again, we had this happen with Niagara Falls. It went to a brownout. The power shut down. Canada was screaming, and it was just a little switch in Ohio that caused that problem. The U.S. controls the majority of the oil. You do provide oil, but you don't provide it east to west in your country. You rely on the United States to do that, particularly 3 states, Montana and the Dakotas. So you don't even have
a national pipeline to actually.
What's your point? What's your point?
So again, here, let me show you this. This is where Canadians just need to be in the audience. I don't like you guys. I really don't. Clubhouse has really made me think I can't stand Canadians. I don't know what it is. I used to date and chase Canadian girls when I was a teenager in high school. I thought they were all crazy because they were, I'm going to be honest, they're the ones that let you feel them up and they put out the most. But quite frankly, no, I've really grown to detest Canada. And it's not because of Trudeau. It's actually because of the people who come on here to discuss American politics from a Canadian country and then somehow think own it and win on these arguments. And you don't even understand our system, yet you're so quick to jump into the fray and then quote like Marxist or some other dogmatic bullshit and then try to tell me how I'm going to work in my room. So Poodle, again, some gay man in Canada on a welfare system selling perfume out of his mommy's basement is not going to impress me because you can quote Karl Marx or whatever freaking philosopher you have. It's not. And then brag about the healthcare system in Canada because it's the only thing you know and you haven't experienced anything else. We have socialized healthcare systems in here. We have different payers. We have a variety. We have your own system incorporated in many other systems. You just don't know it. And with that said, I'm going to end this room because it is 4:30. Pepe has another room going for those. I'm not insecure, dude. You literally just really fascinately make it dull every time you comment. But I'm going to tell you guys to follow. Pepe has some fireworks going on. I think Jazzy's got a room going on. I think there's some tit for tat. I think there's something going on in a room called The Muff tonight. They're all going through, I guess there's some drama in the clubhouse streets. I know for a fact there is because I've actually been named in it. Happy Keegan got clipped and all his little minions got clipped. Probably shouldn't have doxed my work address. Probably shouldn't have tried to dox my daughter's address. Probably shouldn't have tried to dox anything about me. Probably a good idea, but to each their own. Again, these are still the same guys that never show up when they promise. But I'm okay with that. I appreciated the emails that you tried to send to the work, except most of you are too dumb to actually figure out where I work.
Figure out how to send the emails in the first place?
Yeah, they sent emails to Texas Children Health Plan, and they didn't even know where they're going. And finally, I had to reach out because no one had a clue as to what they were sending. For the record, for the FBI reporting, this one's my favorite fucking one. There'll be a guy, Shane, on here who used to report to the FBI all the time, any conservative or Republican. We've all been reported. I've been reported, 670,000 times. You're not going to get anywhere with it. The FBI is not concerned with a guy like me.
Shane.
Yeah, see?
He was a pain in the ass. Sorry I was so mean to Elliot. I can't stand it when people don't use their fucking brains. It bothers me a lot.
Yeah, I know that's most Canadians. But I mean, overall, I will say this: you go ahead, report your FBI thing. I'm just going to advise people. I was right on the Edmund campaign or the John Kitover campaign. Track your money. A lot of you are foolish to have given that man money because I hate to tell you this, under certain federal election things, your information is disclosed. Your information is now in the hands of, guess who? John Kitover. That guy, the yoga guy who sits there and does yoga in Fruit of the Loom tighty whities with urine stains on it. I tried to warn many of you, please don't donate to him. This is a scam campaign. It's just literally everything about it is just a joke, a troll. He's not serious. Nobody's going to actually go and elect him. And I think the fact that he's trying to do it for some kind of clubhouse attention is fucking weird. We've had people try to campaign on Clubhouse, Tom Slocum, what's his name, Christian, Lamar, they all tried to campaign on Clubhouse for their seats. You can't campaign from Clubhouse. If they were serious about getting elected, they would be in the streets. So when you hear this, please stop going into Kitover and trying to follow him. And most of you, careful with what he says because he's got a public office there. He's open to slander. He's open to criticism. He decided to put his name on that. And yes, it is a scam. And yes, I will call it out. And no, there's nothing he can do about it. Is there anything else, Patricia, Marshall, you guys want to add?
No, I can't think of anything. You said everything I want to say.
All right. And with that said, I hope to see you guys on the streets out there. You guys take care. We may do another room Monday, so be aware. 1 o'clock Monday. I think we're going to stay in this format. We'll keep doing as many rooms as we can, and hopefully we'll have another great conversation. And just remember, Patricia, she's a queen in here. You got to give her respect. She's going to chop you. She's mean. Like, shit. Stop pissing off the ladies in this room. With that said, this is the Political Compass, and we'll see you out there. Make sure you go vote. Make sure you get involved. Take care, and we will see you guys later.
hidden from. Makes me more curious and more more focused on. Yeah, I think we need to see what is being hidden from us, and I don't know how we're going to find out what the quid pro quo was to get Ghislaine Maxwell the cushy treatment, which is a violation of the protocols of the Justice Department that she's being held in. But then violating protocols is a specialty of the Trump administration and Donald Trump, so it's not all that surprising. But I'd like to, it's something that ultimately needs to be discovered and needs to be learned by the American people. And I'll land there. Thanks.
To your point, Alex, I fear, and I would not be surprised if my fears prove true, that whatever the Oversight Committee ultimately releases in with regards to the files that they received today will be unsatisfying. I almost made up a new word. Unsatisfying to the people who have a thirst for knowledge over this issue. I hope I'm wrong, but I fear that I am right. I think what we're seeing today with these Maxwell transcripts is just a precursor to all of that. And the way that interview was conducted, by not asking the question that I suggested should have been the very second question, and Chris just articulated as well. If there is no list of people who participated in this depravity of defiling minors, young women and teenagers, maybe children, what do you know about it? You were there. If that question is not asked, was the non-asking of that question an omission, or was it a commission? Seriously, how could you not ask that question? It's beyond credibility that a person of that stature conducting an interview of such great importance and of such great interest to the American people who ultimately the government works for. And I think we as Americans have a right to demand that these individuals be brought to justice, or if the statute of limitations has run out, at least bring them to justice in the public sphere. That question wasn't asked. Omission? Are you that incompetent? Don't ask the logical follow-up question that even Chris, who's not, as he pointed out, a journalist or an investigator, would know to ask? To me, that's an act of commission, not an act of omission. It appears to be omission, but I think it's commission.
So by commission, you mean extending the cover-up?
Yes, of course.
Okay, it's just a word I don't normally use, commission and omission.
Right. I don't normally use it either. I don't normally use it either. But in this case, look, you can lead a witness. I can lead an interviewee, by the questions I ask them, in order to get the kind of response. Not that the response is necessarily a lie, but the kind of response that I want, because it's what I'm looking for in the interview, which you should never do. You should try to find out as much information as possible, and then you go through your notes or through your tapes or through your video, and you decide what in that you're going to use in what you report to the public. But you don't try to hide things. You don't try to avoid asking questions. This guy avoided asking the obvious question. So you would normally say, Alex, he screwed up. It was an act of omission. It was like he screwed up. He didn't mean to do it. He's just incompetent. No, my argument is, and that's why I use the term, it's an act of commission or commission, commission, because by not asking it, he purposely avoids the question being answered. How can she claim if that question is asked that she doesn't know? I don't recall. She promised, for what it's worth, that she would be forthcoming this time. So everything's on the table. You can ask her anything. Unless there was an agreement made prior to the interview that this question would not be asked, which puts her, honestly, it's a Fifth Amendment issue for her. And so
there are agreements that are made prior to whatever happened in the deposition with the lawyers. Of course there are. But there is also on the record and off the record conversations in these irregular proceedings that we are likely not privy to and probably don't show up in the transcript itself. It's not like being in a regular court of law.
I have had times when I'm interviewing somebody, and generally the people who try to control what I ask, and I don't do a lot of this kind of reporting, have to do with celebrities, entertainment celebrities, right? There's a great interest. I don't do this kind of gossip reporting, but there's a great interest about the various celebrities and their personal lives. I don't know why. I don't care who's sleeping with who. I don't care who's divorcing who. I don't care who's marrying who. I'm interested in their art. And that's on the rare occasions that I have been in a position of interviewing people whose names you would recognize. I'm there to interview them about their project. I'm not there to interview them about, who they slept with last night. And invariably, the publicist will say, you can interview this person, but you can't ask them this, and this. No, you can't tell me what not to ask. You can ask me, but I'm not going to agree, as it so happens in each case, on my journalistic style and what I'm interested in covering, I wouldn't have asked those questions anyway. But the point is, I'm not going to go into an interview with preconditions. If I get an opportunity to interview the president, and Levitt says to me, "You can talk to the president, but this question, this and that is off the table," I'd either walk away or I would just refuse to adhere to that or agree to it. I would adhere to it if I agreed to it, but I would refuse to agree to it. He doesn't have to answer any question I ask him. It's his prerogative not to answer any question I ask him. But don't tell me what I can or can't ask him. This really smells like there was an agreement what she could be asked and what she wouldn't be asked. And we are left with a whole bunch of nothing. 2 days of transcripts that, at least thus far, what's been reported. There may be, as I said, an Easter egg or two in there, and I'll correct my assessment because it's only based on partial information. If I'm wrong about this, I'll correct my assessment on Monday publicly because I want to always set the record straight with anything that I say or report. And if I misstate something, I'll own it. I don't care. I'll own it. We're all humans. But it really, at this point, appears, and I think it's a logical conclusion based on what we know, that they purposely didn't ask, the $1 million question that you need to get to.
That. And that is that the lawyer for the Justice Department, who represents the people of the United States, and the lawyer for Ghislaine Maxwell had the same goals.
Well, herein lies an issue that we have seen in the previous Trump administration, the way he viewed Bill Barr, and we're clearly seeing it in this administration. You see, what you just said is true. The Justice Department represents the people of the United States, not the President of the United States. But in this administration, I think that every department is greatly influenced by the desire to represent what is best in the eyes of the president. And of course, that leads to additional questions about what the president knew, not to suggest that he was involved in anything, but what he knew about his longtime, very close friend. They had a falling out, Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you, Alex. We'll move on. Scott.
Thank you.
Scott.
Sorry, guy. I was.
That's okay. That's okay.
Couldn't find my button there. Yeah. Well, look, I don't know if they're hiding the truth or not. Very interesting guy that she seemed to go out of her way. I mean, it's pretty funny, the whole thing about, I just admire his achievement of becoming president. I mean, this is hilarious, right? I mean, look, I mean, I don't think you have to be a genius to see what. I mean, I think it seems the implications here. This, you know, she got moved to a country club for, you know, trying to help dispel the Epstein, the Epstein mess, which is really becoming a mess. I mean, I think this is interesting. It's one of these things that we've said before. You know, so many of the issues with Trump are, because we're just so partisan, it doesn't really matter, right? He sends troops to D.C., right? If you're anti-Trump, you know, as I am, I try to be fair, but, you know, I'm a Democrat, and people know my thoughts on a lot of things. I try to be fair, though. Yeah, if you're a Democrat, you say, you know, this sucks. You know, democracy, you know, it's being eroded. Norms are, you know, collapsing and the sky is falling. If you're a Republican, great, law and order. You know, these cities are a mess. Everything seems to go so partisan, except the Epstein thing, right? Because as we said before, this is religion. So a lot of his base, this is something that they believe, right? That you know, the conspiracies and the elite and the you know, the child pornography.
But wait a minute, this is not a conspiracy. This is on the record. There are convictions.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm not saying this is a conspiracy. I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy. I'm saying it plays into, what it does, though, is the Epstein thing plays into the idea that there's these elites and they do things like on Epstein Island and they run things like child pornography rings, right? So it's where this sort of rubs up against some of the conspiracy thoughts about the elite, right? So I mean, this is the Epstein thing, which I know is not a conspiracy, but it plays a mythological role for some of his base who are conspiracy theory laden and think, you know, that you know, probably in the Epstein files, there's a lot of stuff that maybe not in there, like, you know, sex files from Area 51 or whatever. I know, but obviously Trump is worried about something, right? And is attempting to obfuscate and do all these things and throw up all these distractions. And this is sort of a, you know, one of the efforts to make it go away. And I don't, you know, we'll see. I mean, I think this is not, I mean, I don't think her coming out and saying Trump is fantastic is going to end the story yet, but we shall see.
Thank you, Scott. I'm going to let Marshall get his critical thinking forum legs before I go to him, because you know, he's coming in mid-stride, and go to Murad first and then back to Marshall. Murad. Murad, are you there? Okay, we'll jump to Mojo.
Hey, Gary, it's Mojo. Thanks for having me up. I think that these Epstein files implicate so many people, from Bill Gates to Bill Clinton to 100 other people, and including women who may have been involved in philandering and abuse. So Thomas Massey, Ro Khan, and 6 other representatives have signed a co-sponsored bill to bring onto the floor before Speaker Johnson by mid-September, and September 3rd or mid-September, they're planning on bringing 9 victims of Epstein to the steps of Congress. They're going to interview them and let them give their stories. So justice is coming, though it is slow. And I agree, it is for the victims, and hopefully the perpetrators will face justice. However, I just view a lot of this as Trump derangement syndrome. I know there's a lot of photos of Trump with Epstein and Ghislaine, but I think a lot of people don't realize that Epstein got everybody. So for anybody, to project all of this onto Trump is absurdity, because there's hundreds of people involved in this. So in my opinion, anybody who is, all Donald Trump all the time, you have to realize there's a lot of other criminals involved in this that may supersede Trump. Trump may not have been involved in any of this sexual abuse. And hopefully Pam Bondi, who I think might be a little slow, in terms of bringing justice and her operations, I think nonetheless, with Kash Patel and Dan Bongino bringing down Bolton today, I think a lot of deep state actors and a lot of billionaires who are funding the super PAC to defeat Thomas Massey are very worried about legal repercussions, and they are lawyering up. So this is Mojo. Thank you, Gary.
And Mojo, let me ask you this though: if this is Trump derangement syndrome, right? If that is indeed the case, I mean, but why is Trump? If he's not implicated, and so many people are implicated, people that he doesn't like, people like Bill Clinton, people like Bill Gates, if all these people, these elites that his base doesn't like, that he doesn't like, are implicated, why doesn't he lead the charge to release the damn shit? Why is he being so cagey? Why isn't he just forthright? Why doesn't he just end the story tomorrow and say, I'll go on Fox News and come on, I'll read the files myself, okay? Why is he being so cagey?
Mojo, I'll say it again, because it's not just Trump. There's hundreds of people, and these are national security files.
So he's protecting these elites, you're saying?
He's protecting the U.S. government, and he's protecting contributors to his campaign. There are people that contributed to his campaign because they want these files never released. So that's why he's not releasing the files. And it's not up to him. It's up to the Department of Justice and his trust and faith in Pam Bondi. And today she did take action. They are preempting what Thomas Massey and Ro Khan are putting before Congress and Speaker Johnson. They're getting ahead of them.
Wait a minute, are you suggesting that the Justice Department is acting independently of the White House in releasing these Maxwell transcripts and audio file?
I think they are coordinating this to get ahead of it, because they know that Thomas Massey is putting forth a co-sponsored bill to Speaker Mike Johnson and forcing a vote on the release of the Epstein files. So they are going to redact and claim it's national security and prevent the September co-sponsored bill from taking place.
Except those files, unless you're talking about other files, I don't know what was delivered, were delivered to the House Oversight Committee today, and the Oversight Committee said that they will be released but redacted to protect the victims anyway. So what is there to get ahead of?
I just told you Thomas Massey is putting forth a co-sponsored bill.
Right. I heard you say that. How is that bill? How does that differ from what the Oversight Committee has already stated that they will do? In other words, why is that bill even necessary? Perhaps that bill is just grandstanding.
Well, what I'm saying, that what the Department of Justice did today preempts the September bill. So they're trying to get ahead of this by redacting it. And what are you putting a co-sponsored bill for before the floor? We've already released the files. So that's what they're doing. They're essentially preparing the cup.
So you know what? I would say that if you were a Democrat, I would accuse you of Trump derangement syndrome for the comments that you just made.
I'm trying to accurately describe the situation as I best observe it, Gary.
I know, but you were the one who admonished people not to put all the blame on this on Trump, and then you pretty much put all the blame on this on Trump. And I don't think anybody has suggested, and I have said quite the opposite several times today, many times in the past, but since it was lost on you, maybe you weren't in the room at the time, I have said that in this forum, I have been steadfastly adhering to my role as a moderator to not allow anybody to allege that Donald Trump has done anything illegal in spite of his past close personal relationship with Epstein, and then you defended against that accusation that was not made. That was not made on, at least not on this stage, maybe elsewhere.
Well, I'm
but
pretty
not
sure
here.
I heard Merrill attack Donald Trump as being a pedophile.
No, he did. She did not. She did not. She attacked Trump, but those words never came out of her mouth. And if they did, she would have been subject to a potential slander allegation. And she is in the law profession and knows better than that.
Well, this room is recorded, so you'll have to go back to watch the live replay.
I don't have to go back to it, and if the room is being recorded, it's being recorded against the rules of Clubhouse.
Gary, just a heads up, he's a total troll. This is like his 27th account. He goes around, he literally has 27 phones that he records. His name is John Kitover.
Oh, is this another John? Is this another John?
Yes, this is John Kitover.
Okay.
Total troll.
It's the candidate for Congress 2025, John Kitover.
Oh boy, here we go again with John. Okay, thank you very much. And don't misrepresent what I said, other people have said, and what Merrill said. That was you know what? That was a complete, maybe I'll give you a vote. Because, to tell you the truth, with all the lies that are coming out of Congress.
He's not here anymore.
Yeah, he probably is. He may not be here.
Maybe he's on an alt account.
Of course, he's got. Have you ever seen photographs of his cell phone farm? He's got more cell phones than Verizon. I'm not kidding you.
He got more than the NSA.
I'm serious. He publishes pictures of his basement or his living room. Some room was taken over, and he's got dozens of phones there, all recording Clubhouse. He's still here. And you know what? Given the fact that he misrepresented someone, he's actually perfect for becoming a member of Congress who goes on cable TV and misrepresents the facts and misrepresents what people say, because I fact check. It's not just the bloviators on cable TV. It's the guests, and the guests are often elected officials. And I hear what they say, and they lie all the time. They misrepresent what other people say and do. And Kitover just misrepresented directly what we all heard with our own ears that someone said in the room. So he's perfect. So vote for him. Vote for him. Move into his district and vote for him, because he'll fit right in that club. Kevin. And by the way, we are... oh, wait a minute, Kevin, hold on. I apologize. First of all, I want to announce it's 6:01 Eastern Time, which means we're going into extra time. Everybody on the stage obviously will get an opportunity to speak. But folks who are waiting in queue, we will not bring you up to the stage, not this week, but click on the link above and join in the chat that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Facebook Messenger. Marshall, I see your phone icon popped up. Does that mean you're no longer with us, or are you here? Okay, I don't want anybody to misrepresent what I just said. When I said he's no longer with us, I'm not saying that he is dead. Kevin.
Hi. I was hoping to get some of your journalistic expertise. Often when I look into these things, when there's been, when these issues have been through the courts, I like to go to the courthouse website and go to the public documents, and I was looking through Giseline, whatever her Maxwell, the court records from her in the Southern District of New York.
The G is a G. Galeen.
Galeen.
Uh-huh.
All right, thanks. I was looking, it looks like you have the chat turned off for this. I was going to put the link to...
You can put the link up on the chat above in the Facebook Messenger. Go ahead and put it there.
Oh. Okay, so it turns out that this was the link that I'm putting in is for an appeal. So she's already appealed and gained nothing. So I don't know how she got this, sweetheart deal recently. So it's not the original case, it's an appeal that this is. And I was just trying to I found other court documents a lot easier, and the New York Southern District Court is not so friendly. But what I'm curious about is looking at the court documents and what was supplied and submitted for evidence that was sufficient to convict her, if that is in contradiction to anything that's being released now.
Well, I think what was released today was her denying any existence of any evidence that anybody else did anything nefarious. And there's a great summary that I saw at the NBC News website that just is kind of like the bullet points of what she said. And I'm sure others have done that as well. And I'm sure as they cull through it, there'll be more that's posted. I would recommend going there to get that kind of an answer.
Cool.
Okay, I think the president is, well, I guess he isn't right now. He's not live. I apologize. I was going to say he's responding to all this, but apparently right at this moment he's not. So anyway, I'm sure when we break up this gathering, there'll be something there from the White House. One thing this president is really good at is communicating his thoughts to the public. He loves talking to the reporters who he claims to hate.
There's a good interview of Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller. He was on The Apprentice, and he was friendly with Donald Trump. And he said when they would do the filming of the boardroom aspect of that show, there was no boardroom. It was a TV set that everybody was really forced to refer to as the boardroom and not the set. And Penn Jillette's an entertainment, and he kept calling it the set and getting in trouble. But he said they would film for 12 hours, and Donald Trump has an uncanny energy of just talking. And he said that you would have to sit there during the tapings, and 12 hours taping would get them like 4 minutes that would be in the show. And 12 and a half hours of it would be incoherent.
I have to say that rings true based on what we have seen publicly with the president.
Yeah.
If you listen to how he answers questions, and it sounds like it's coherent when he's speaking. It's a train of thought that's going on, and you can't pin him down because whatever he's thinking at that moment as a possible response to the issue that you have raised, he's like thinking it out all loud. And he'll use terms like, well, but we'll see. And so, but then since he's the president of the United States, traditionally when the president makes a pronouncement such as that, he's sending some kind of a signal, sometimes to adversaries like Mr. Putin, for example. But it doesn't mean that that's really where he lands on an issue at that moment. It just means stuff's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, there's another bit of journalism that's come out recently that I need to go back and fact check, but it's about a modeling agent in France that was repelled from France. He wasn't able to work anymore because he had sexual inappropriate charges in France, and he wasn't able to practice anymore. So he came here and he was working for Jeffrey Epstein. And one of the talent that he was managing working under Jeffrey Epstein was Melania Trump. And he's the one that introduced Melania to, and Melania was basically a indentured servant under this guy and released into Trump's matrimony.
I don't know how accurate that is. I've heard similar stuff out there, but I would encourage people to research that and determine them for themselves the veracity of that information. Thank you, Kevin. Marshall.
I have no idea if they're hiding anything, but it's interesting they got the stuff released. Hopefully they'll release more. I'm not, believe it or not, this issue is not an issue that is of primary interest to me, weirdly enough. I like its ability to like compromise politicians is interesting, but Jeffrey Epstein in and of himself is not very interesting to me. So I don't, other than like, I hope we find the truth. I really don't have much of an opinion. I want the truth, whatever the truth actually is.
Thank you, Marshall. We'll go to Murad. Are you back with us, Murad? He left the stage. He came back. There you go, buddy.
Good evening, Gary. Good evening, Merrill, Marshall, Scott. Gary, it was 2 hours ago that for the first time I heard the name of Maxwell. I was so tired I didn't study it. But I have a short suggestion as a title for Monday, because we are in expose of second war between Iran and Israel, and it affects all the world. That's a suggestion, if you can, for Monday topic about Iran, the war between Iran and Israel. Thank you very much, Gary. I'm in the audience.
Thank you. David. David, here we go.
Yeah, hi, Gary. I got on stage a little late, but I think there's an absolute attempt, obviously, to shield and hide what might be in these transcripts. And anytime you take time to release something as volatile as this, and look, I mean, Biden had a chance to potentially lampoon Trump when he was in power, when he was in office. He had all the levers of the intelligence apparatuses, and nothing happened then. Either there's stuff that links not just Trump, as been alluded to in the stage here, but other powerful individuals. Recall it was this potential arrangement or friendship that Bill Gates had with Epstein that led to the divorce of his wife of many years, Melinda Gates. Maybe her female antennae or spidey sense indicated that there was something wrong with that relationship to where she couldn't stand it and cost him billions of dollars in a divorce. So you don't take down these people very easily, Gary, without there being a lot of collateral damage. And of course, Trump still has to govern, and he has to make decisions, and he has to control the military. And we got the Ukraine, we got Israel. We have all these very, very hot, international issues that are coming down on, raining down on the whole world. And yet, we want to kick tires with regard to this relationship with a man who's been dead for 5-6 years. But I think the proof's in the pudding. The relocation of Ghislaine to that, as Scott called, a country club, says it all. I mean, look, this woman knew everything. She can pin things on people. And, were it not for the pardoning ability of Trump, whether or not that'll happen remains to be seen. But I think ultimately, Gary, this would not vote, even if Trump is named in there. Can you imagine the scandal? Can you imagine, what would happen? How would we arrest this guy? How would we bring up charges against him? He's marshaling the military to oversee Washington, D.C. as we speak. So who's gonna come after him? Who's gonna make the call? So that's embarrassing him, other than maybe not, killing the Republican Party for years to come, killing the potential candidates that are siding with Trump right now, which is Vance, Rubio, and the like. It's dead on arrival, in my opinion. I don't think it goes anywhere. So I agree with the one caller who mentioned the co-sponsored bill by Ro Khanna and Massey coming back into session. I think they're going to try to, force their hand there. And of course, Mike Johnson's got to face that down. So, what will be, other than, maybe Trump cuts a big bill to fight trafficking? Maybe how are we going to address what did took place for many decades under Epstein, and the amount of young female minds and lives that were just upended? And how do we stop more of that going forward, so that we can focus on these victims and not necessarily the personalities that may have had a hand in all that? So if Trump falls, everybody else falls. And I don't think those other folks want to fall in tandem with Trump, and therefore nothing's going to get found out.
Hey, David, a previous caller made some serious accusations about the relationship between Melania and Trump and how they met. She said that she was indentured servitude and all that kind of nonsense. And the reason I say nonsense is because, while paying very close attention to what people were saying on stage, I was multitasking. And I could tell you that my sources are Vanity Fair, Politico.
Hey Jane, how are you doing? I'd like to read some poetry to you and Death Hippie, if I may.
All of them are in agreement that Melania Trump was introduced.
Okay, I'm just gonna end Gary's room then.
Hello, Jane.
Yeah, Jane. You're both great friends of mine. Death, Hippie, and I have been texting for how long now, Death? A year?
I have no idea. Maybe. Yeah, possibly. He's an encouragement.
Yeah, Death Hippie is struggling to get her ship and her rockets launched. Am I correct, Death?
Yes.
Well, I hope this poem reading helps launch your rocket and organize your organizing. What do you want to hear? Do you want to hear Rumi? Do you want to hear Lao Tzu? Do you want to hear maxims and aphorisms? What sounds good to you?
Rumi. I'll go with what Jane wants.
Rumi, is it?
Thanks, Steph. No worries.
Okay. These are the quatrains. So part of this is a relaxation, meditation. Take the deepest breath of the day. When I am with you, we stay up all night. When you're not here, I can't go to sleep. Praise God for these two insomnias and the difference between them. When I die, lay out the corpse. You may want to kiss my lips, just beginning to decay. Don't be frightened if I open my eyes. This bleeding eventually stops. The wolf appears. We run off in different directions, with always some thought of how lucky we are. But nothing floats for long. Death floods in the mouth and the ear. Every head goes under and away. For years, copying other people, I tried to know myself. From within, couldn't decide what to do. Unable to see, I heard my name being called. Then I walked outside. Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Don't open the door to the study and begin reading. Take down a musical instrument. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must always ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the door sill. Where the two worlds touch, the door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. Take someone who doesn't keep score, who's not looking to be richer or afraid of losing, who has not the slightest interest even in his own personality. He's free. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. I would love to kiss you. The price of kissing is your life. Now my loving is running toward my life, shouting, "What a bargain! Let's buy it." We have this way of talking, and we have another. Apart from what we wish and what we fear may happen, we are alive with other life, as clear stones take form in the mountain. Someone who goes with half a loaf of bread to a small place that fits like a nest around him. Someone who wants no more, who's not himself longed for by anyone else. He is a letter to everyone. You open it. It says, "Live." Who sees inside from outside? Who finds hundreds of mysteries, even where minds are deranged? See through his eyes what he sees. Who then is looking out from his eyes? The clear bread at the center changes everything. There are no edges to my loving now. I've heard it said there's a window that opens from one mind to another. But if there's no wall, there's no need for fitting the window or the latch. We take long trips. We puzzle over the meaning of a painting or a book, when what we're wanting to see and understand in this world, we are that. Welcome, Scott. We're reading Rumi. Does sunset sometimes look like the sun's coming up? Do you know what a faithful lover's like? You're crying. You say you've burned yourself, but can you think of anyone who's not hazy with smoke? Daylight, full of small dancing particles and one great turning, our souls are dancing with you. Without feet they dance. Can you see them when I whisper in your ear? They try to say what you are, spiritual or sexual. They wonder about Solomon and all his wives. In the body of the world, they say there is a soul, and you are that. but we have ways within each other that will never be said by anyone. The human shape is a ghost, made of distraction and pain, sometimes pure light, sometimes cruel, trying wildly to open this image tightly held within self. Stay in the company of lovers, those other kinds of people that each want to show you something. A crow will lead you to an empty barn, a parrot to sugar. There is a light seed grain inside. You fill it with yourself, or it dies. I'm caught in this curling energy. Your hair, whoever's calm and sensible, is insane. Don't think of good advice for me. I've tasted the worst that can happen. So they lock me somewhere, bound and gagged. They can't tie up this new love I have. You don't have bad days and good days. You don't sometimes feel brilliant and sometimes dumb. There's no studying, no scholarly thinking having to do with love. But there is a great deal of plotting and secret touching, and nights you can't remember it all. The Sufi opens his hands to the universe and gives away each instant free. Unlike someone who begs on the street for money to survive, a dervish begs to give you his life. There's a stranger frenzy in my head, of birds flying, each particle circulating on its own. Is the one I love everywhere? They say that paradise will be perfect, with lots of clear white wine and all the beautiful women. We hold on to times like this then, since this is how it's going to be. Come to the orchard in spring. There is light and wine, sweethearts and the pomegranate flowers. If you do not come, these do not matter. If you do come, these do not matter. Poles apart. I'm the color of dying. You're the color of being born. Unless we breathe in each other, there can be no garden. So that's why plants grow and laugh at our eyes, which focus on distance. Think that you're gliding out from the face of a cliff like an eagle. Think you're walking like a tiger walks by himself in the forest. You're most handsome when you're after food. Spend less time with nightingales and peacocks. One is just a voice, the other just a color. For a while we lived with people, but we saw no sign in them of the faithfulness we wanted. It's better to hide completely within, as water hides in metal, as fire hides in a rock. The mystery does not get clearer by repeating the question, nor is it brought with going to amazing places. Until you've kept your eyes and you're wanting still for 50 years, you don't begin to cross over from confusion. Welcome, Howard. We're reading Rumi quatrains. The minute I'm disappointed, I feel encouraged. When I'm ruined, I'm healed. When I'm quiet and solid as the ground, then I talk the low tones of thunder for everyone. I drink stream water and the air becomes clearer, and everything I do. I become a water wheel, turning and tasting you as long as water moves. In pain, I breathe easier. The scared child is running from the house, screaming. I hear the gentleness. Under 9 layers of illusion, whatever the light, on the face of any object, in the ground itself, I see your face. Today I am out wandering, turning my skull into a cup for others to drink wine from. In this town somewhere there sits a calm, intelligent man who doesn't know what he's about to do. I asked for 1 kiss, you gave me 6. Who was teacher is now student. Things good and generous take form in me, and the air is clear. I am insane, but they keep calling to me. No one here knows me, but no one chases me off. My job is to stay awake like the night watchman. When they're drunk enough, and it's late enough, they recognize me. They say, there's daylight. During the day I was singing with you. At night we slept in the same bed. I wasn't conscious day or night. I thought I knew who I was, but I was you. Drinking wine with you, getting warmer and warmer. I think why not trade in this overcoat made of leaves and dirt? Then I look out the window for what? Both worlds are here. Since we've seen each other, a game on. Secretly I move, and you respond. You are winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I've brought in furniture to this invisible place, so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think, you'll hate yourself openly. I'm not talking out loud. I'm talking to the ears of your spirit. Remember what I've said. Tomorrow I'll say openly what I'm saying tonight. We've given up making a living. It's all this crazy love poetry now. It's everywhere. Our eyes and our feelings focus together with our words. We have a huge barrel of wine, but no cups. That's fine with us. Every morning we glow, and in the evening we glow again. They say there's no future for us. They're right, which is fine with us. Do you think I know what I'm doing? That for one breath or half breath I belong to myself? As much as a pen knows what it's writing, or the ball can guess what it's going next. Do not sit long with a sad friend. When you go to a garden, do you look at thorns and flowers? Spend more time with roses and jasmine. Inside the great mystery, that is. We don't really own anything. What is this competition we feel then? before we go one at a time through the same gate? We are the mirror as well as the face in it. We are tasting the taste this minute of eternity. We are pain and what cures pain. We are the sweet, cold water and the jar that pours. At night we fall into each other with such grace. When it's light, you throw me back like you do your hair. Your eyes now drunk with God, mine with looking at you. One drunkard takes care of another. We are walking through a garden. Turn away for a minute. You're doing it again. You have my face here, but you look at flowers. Okay, that's Poems by Rumi.
I hope this poem reading helps launch your rocket.
That Bloods and Crips shit, they don't do none of that shit out there. Like they do that shit, like a lot of people down south emulated the Bloods and Crips shit, and in New York, Oakland, they got a big influence about that Black Panther shit. They kind of do like the one mob shit, or like, well, I don't want to talk too much about their politics, but they don't fuck with that gangbanging shit at all.
Fuck all the gangbangers from which Charleston, what?
Damn.
So y'all want the GDs and the BDs to come together and defend y'all?
No, we don't want you to defend us at all. We want you to stand up.
Wait, hold on, yo. Spaceman, you from Chicago, bros?
Yeah, I'm from the city.
You from one of those organizations?
Yo, nigga, stop eating, nigga. What the fuck?
What's your point, though, bro?
I'm just asking a question, gang. I ain't trying to trouble with you, bros. I'm saying is like, all right. So I'm asking you this: do you feel like gang banging in 2025, right, is the same on how it was in its inception? You feel like this shit has gone too far? Be honest, bro. This shit in Chicago with this gang banging shit, BDs, GDs, all these little niggas, crazy little cliques within the gangs and shit.
But she's super respected in the industry,
going too far?
and she doesn't do very many movies. And he's like, oh, she's dry as fuck. She's not fun at all. Oh, really?
It ain't no different than
Exactly.
the 70s and the 80s. Yes. In the 90s, it's a cycle. They got it broken. At the end of the day, it was created on positivity, but down the road, things will love. You gotta get back on track. That's all they do.
Wait, so you feel like, because I think every black gang, right?
Jennifer Connelly.
Blood, Crips, BDs, GDs, Vice Lords,
whatever gang you want to name.
I think every gang has been infiltrated by the government. I think there's government forces in every gang. If niggas was to come together, they'll find a way to bring niggas, the killers in the community that's really snitches, and they'll find a way to destabilize all of that shit. You don't feel like this shit just need to be the hard, like just give up all of this shit? Because at one point niggas turned their back on the black national shit. Niggas transition to gangbanging. Gangbanging has been so infiltrated, bro. You don't think this shit need to just be gone, bro? And we just start over and create some new shit?
What's his name? This David Bowie.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
done eating. I'm done eating. That shit crazy. I'm done eating. The point is this, bro. All organizations have good principles. You know, they got good, teachings and concepts and things of that nature. Nothing that nobody teaches tells them anything illegal against their community, be it negative or having ops or anything like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't actually have to, restart or start something over. We got to deal with what everybody identify themselves as and get back to the root of how it was started or what the principles are. Get back to having, being cordial toward each other. I think you were talking about. Like, we don't need gangs to do that though. Like, why don't we just get rid of the gangs and do it ourselves?
Because he's still gangbang.
We don't need. Play. I'm shooting you. I can't. You're not gonna keep talking every fucking time. Two people talking. Wait. So why do we need gangs to do that? Like my grandparents. I'm pretty sure if you're from Chicago, I'm pretty sure your family come from. Your grandparents come from Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, right? So they didn't need gang street shit to have these principles and positivity. Why don't we just get rid of the gangs? Like, there's no use for it. We can do that as men and women. Because I think when you're saying gangs and an organization, it's two different things. It's not an organization no more. It's a lot of brothers. Y'all can't stop no shit that, listen, if these young niggas wanted to do something like for example, if the head niggas in the army of the United States government wanted to stop the war, it's gonna happen. Right? Y'all don't got it's not organized, because if these young niggas want to do some shit, there ain't nothing you niggas, older niggas, can do about it. You niggas is just old. There ain't no structure. That's not true. That's not true, because we have prime examples of different brothers from different organizations doing positive things, bringing brothers together.
He's not talking about that though.
I'm not talking. I said right now, there ain't nobody in these gangs, these big homies, that can stop these young niggas for doing something. The fact that a grown man, the OGs, can't stop something from happening means that it's not organized. You know that, right? So you keep saying organization when it's not organized.
They're not organized at all.
Niggas can't stop nothing. You keep bringing up, it's positive. When it's all said and done, you can't stop no war. Again, we have prime examples, especially in Chicago right now, community movements, brothers from different organizations coming together, stopping wars and creating peace treaties amongst neighborhoods and stuff. That's being done because brothers are organized. You gotta be organized to reach the youth. So hold on. So if you can create a dynamic in a community where you got two rival organizations or two rival gangs, like y'all was saying, and you can bring them together and create a peace treaty amongst them, it's the older brothers that's interjecting in the situation.
They've done that for years, brother. That shit don't work.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
serious. They've done that for so many years. There's obviously a lot of disorganization among gangs. A lot of I'm just saying that obviously this organization, a lot of these guys is not listening to older people. First of all, a lot of these homies that got killed, and a lot of these older people that were in previous organizations had no ties to them. If they did have ties to certain gangs, it's probably like years or decades span. More people have gotten killed after that. So a lot of the things that's going on, a lot of these old heads don't even know what's going on. They can't even stop the shit. Even
I don't think you stay in Chicago.
No, my daughter said that. Yes, my daughter said that. She's 18, so she has like a crush on the lead actor. She also, her biggest crush is actually Pedro Pascal. So I think she was torn because he's her favorite.
That's the misconception.
Is the Superman guy. So she had two
see the Kings,
the
FBG Ducks, and the Little Dirks, and they the little guys. It's older people who, like, influence them.
So people be forgetting that part. And that's what I'm trying to bring to the light, that it is brothers out here who, you know, represent different things and go by different teachings, but they're trying to
we're not taking it away from you. What we're saying is that there's obviously this I haven't seen any one between the old ones and this new one. I haven't seen one between them. Like the two or three that took place in the last 12 years. You have people from Mickey Cobras and all these other people, you know, in one game. So it's no organization. So what are you talking about?
And also, some of these little niggas, they need psychiatrists, niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? They fucking serial killers, niggas. Crazy. Oh, for sure. A lot of mental health issues in the hood.
So, Spaceman, let me ask you a question real quick.
Wait. To this point, though, because listen. See, these niggas is living in delusion, and it's cool. Like, if niggas don't want to listen, all right, cool. That's how I treat niggas, right? But what happens is life gonna teach you niggas the hard lesson. So if niggas don't actually be real about what's going on in 2025 with this gang structure and shit, and how this shit is fully infiltrated by the government, and there's no real structure, right? Nigga can't stop nothing, right? So until niggas realize that, what's gonna happen is they gonna come in. No, I'm good. They're gonna come in and infiltrate. They're gonna come in the community, create laws to lock you niggas up, and you niggas y'all gonna be organized for the state. You niggas gonna get up every morning, my nigga, and you gonna be working for 5 cents a day, all right? And you niggas gonna be cool with that organization, because on the streets, it was crazy. In prison, these niggas know how to follow organization, right? These niggas don't be right? And like when you go to the pen, it don't be no blood versus crips, black versus white versus Hispanics, black, right? But then as soon as these niggas get on the street, it's no organization. So nigga, so what's gonna happen is, if nigga can't come to grips in 2025, you know who's gonna be honest with you and apply some pressure, right? Trump, right? These niggas is gonna enforce laws, nigga, enforce bills, lock you niggas up, gentrify you niggas out your grandmama house and your mama house, right? And there ain't gonna be no black community in Chicago no more.
Well, there ain't no black community now. I think the problem is we're approaching this thing backwards, man. Gangs, street organizations are the symptom of something else. Street organizations
But we ain't got time for that, though. That's what I'm saying. We know the symptoms, bro. Y'all been saying the same stuff since we was kids, bro. We know all this. We did it, the COINTEL.
Bro. No. What I'm saying to you is gangs exist because the community is not a community. Gangs exist because there's a vacuum. There's nothing else for kids to join, bro. There's nothing else. There's nobody that's teaching them what they need to do. Nobody taking them by the hand and showing them how to make money. Showing them how to do these politics, bro. We're dealing with a shook.
Man, them niggas.
Spaceman, let me ask you a question. So, Spaceman, you there?
Yeah, peace, bro.
Yeah, peace. So, when, like, let's say, like, in the 80s and 90s when Larry Hoover was out, were BDs and GDs killing each other?
I mean, you always had people who had their differences in the streets, yeah.
Bro, you.
I mean, I know what you want me to say, but I'm not going to, you know.
I'm not gonna force you to say that, but then because listen, I've heard dudes, the young guys,
like what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. They're all disciples. Man. They're all under the six. Exactly. It was Black Gangster Disciple Nation. They're all under the six. They all folks. Let's be real. They're all under the folks nation. They were not killing each other.
He knows what you was talking about. At one point, all you, like the BDs and GDs. That's a fact. I thought you were saying was the GDs and BDs beefing back in the days, but yeah.
I said, was they killing each other?
Niggas was one.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, there was one, and because we all know the whole, David Barksdale, Larry Hoover, they came together, right? After that point, listen, it wasn't like that, man. These were just like kind of two denominations all under, the folks nation or whatever, right? I've heard young guys say Listen, if they free Larry Hoover, he can't do anything on the streets.
Anything.
Yes. They're just saying this, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I just want to know what particular neighborhood are old heads preventing violence and shootings and stuff from happening in Chicago? Because you say neighborhoods. I want to know the specific ones that that's actually happening. That's the spaceman. No, that's to the man that made the assertion.
Hey, West Side, East Side, Chatham neighborhood.
Bro.
What? I mean, all of high.
That's where a lot of black people live.
Yeah, but see, look, I'm just
where is that happening, bro?
Because I'm black. I can't tell you what they doing in the white community. So I can't tell you what they doing in the white community, but I can tell you that it's a lot of individuals, you know what I'm saying, who are in the streets trying to make a change, bring in brothers and sisters together. You can look it up on YouTube. You know, it's called the Unity Movement. I'm not talking about J-Bane pushing peace stuff. I'm talking about real brothers, real sisters out here in the streets, really connecting with the young brothers and sisters and having them to put down, you know, the things they doing that's negative in the community and pick up something that's positive to uplift the community. And this is an actual fact. This going on from the low end. This going on from the low end to the Hunnids, to the east side, to the east side, to the north side.
No, I agree with you.
Some brothers in the greens. Some brothers in the greens. I forgot the name of their movement, but they call Young Lords. Young Lords movement.
No, Spaceman. No, I feel you. Listen. I don't know Pastor Corey Brooks. I'm in Lower Project Club, man. We got we got violence intervention. Like, this guy is right. His church is right by Old Block, bro. I live I know exactly from there, right? So it's a lot of people that are actually trying to, you know, nonprofits, people, just even individuals on their own, trying to counter this scourge of violence, right? But no, I think, and Luke, correct me if I'm wrong, but what he's saying is old heads from the gangs, are they the ones controlling these guys? Let
me ask you this: have you ever heard of you say Corey Brooks, the James Highsmith? He's one of the people who directly connected to Project Hood and things of that nature. What you're talking about, a lot of the older brothers who got out of prison, especially got freed from the First Step Act, is in the streets making a change for the better in our community. This is an actual fact.
I think it is him.
Like, real talk. Most brothers who get out of prison, they come to the community and tell the young brothers to change their life. Most of the violent intervention people, they are the brothers who got out of prison, who was part of those organizations. Now they making a change in their community.
We asking about the old heads that are still claiming it. Are the young guys listening to them? Are they stopping violence? We're not talking about the former ones, because you're right. The people that, you know, did some fucked up shit, got caught up, paid their debt to society, came back. Yes, they changed people, but they're also disavowing their membership in those gangs. We still need
old niggas, bro. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. These young niggas, listen. If these niggas that's knocking shit down ain't pulling up to this shit and trying to do a peace treaty, can't no older nigga that was the reason why these niggas in the position that they in have no say so, no street shit, bro. You niggas be living off the past, bro. Them niggas, listen, it's the shooters. If the killers is not pulling up, I remember niggas try to do a peace treaty. I see, nigga, I got family members and shit from Compton and Washington shit. I know some niggas that's known for doing shit, right? Like, nigga, only people I'm doing peace treaty with is my baby mama. Nigga, I ain't doing no peace treaty with niggas. If the killers is not pulling up, right? If the niggas that's knocking shit down, not pulling up and saying, all right, cool. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how many old heads come sit down with each other, man. Niggas ain't listening to y'all niggas, bro.
I agree. I totally agree on that. So that's why you have the younger brothers too that interact with the older brothers, and they all come together. You gotta remember that most of these neighborhoods is family orientated. They cousins, they big uncles, they grandma. You know, everybody know each other. Everybody grew up with each other. Lil Pookie, you know Lil Pookie daddy.
Everybody, y'all went to high school together. Everybody know each other. So at the end of the day, the older brothers can bring the younger guys together and show them that it's okay to talk to the so-called ops, and we can come to an understanding and move forward in our community, because everybody at the end of the day tired of ducking. Everybody at the end of the day tired of going to funerals. Everybody at the end of the day just want to live a life and get money and fuck females and motherfucking be motherfucking happy and do what they do without worrying about getting smoked.
Okay, but Spaceman is if you're like well versed on what's going on, you can literally go on YouTube and you can literally see vlogs of niggas in Chicago doing gang shit every day. Like it's literally channels dedicated to the shit. So all that stuff you're talking about, I'm not taking away from it. It does happen. They do have older heads that do talk to the youth. We see it all the time. There's one guy that comes to Lou's room. I forgot his name. Pastor. What's his name? Not Pastor. What's his name? Mr. Greg.
He's
He's involved in those type of shit. We're not taking away from that. But what we're saying is that stuff is not affected. Like you said, there's people. A lot of these neighborhoods. A lot of these people grow up with each other. But over time, they tend to beef with each other because somebody disrespected somebody. Somebody must have fucked somebody else, bitch. Somebody killed somebody else, homie. Then all that, they don't give a fuck about what. They don't give a fuck about no organization. They care about the loved ones that they lost.
We understand look, bro. This is what I be saying. I agree on what you saying. Everybody got people that didn't, got killed on both sides of the fence. Everybody got loved ones, who didn't die. But we have to come to a point where when do we stop? When do we stop the cycle? And that's why I say both sides of the fence feel that. Everybody feel that. It's like, damn, well, I done went to 5 funerals in 1 year. Everybody saying the same shit. Fam just got smoked. Motherfuckers just got shot. This shit is everyday shit. Everybody can agree, like, damn, when can this shit stop? They just don't know how to make it stop. So that's why you have the older brothers who are the mediators, who everybody feel comfortable with, to bring everybody together. And like bro said, you can't bring something together without the hitters. So you got to get the hitters. And most of these brothers, you know what I'm saying, most of the bros who come to these things, they definitely recognized in the community at the end of the day. And a lot of violence have been prevented. And I done did that personally in my own neighborhood. Straight up. So that's what I'm saying. It can happen. It's happening now. It might not be to the magnitude that the whole world is seeing, but I promise you, on every side of Chicago, and every neighborhood that you can name, it's some brothers who trying to stop the violence at the end of the day.
You're not lying, but I think you're not lying, but I think we're talking past each other, bro. Like, listen. We know it's people that are doing that. It's organizations doing it. It's churches doing it. It's individuals doing it. It's people that are formerly incarcerated doing it. What we're saying is old heads. Are there old heads that still claim and rep their gang that these young guys listen to? Because listen, I've seen old men say, listen, man, we don't even know what's going on in the street these days. These guys are on their own thing. These gangs are so decentralized that it's not even one young head that can even control all of them. This stuff is like block by block these days, bro. It's very decentralized. I mean, back in the 80s, you got Jeff Ford, you got Larry Hoover, you got Mickey Cogwell, right? Like, maybe 3-4 people can actually, 3 or 4, a handful of black people could create peace indefinitely, maybe like 30 years ago. That's what we're talking about. Are there old heads still claiming they membership that people will listen?
Yes, I just don't want to. Look, it's not my right. So why they not stopping? It's not my right. No, I'm finna tell you, it's not my right to say their name on here. On this public platform. Now they doing everything publicly, and they do what they do, but it's not for me to say exactly. It ain't working. Yeah.
It ain't working.
Hey, can I give y'all something? Can y'all give y'all something? Y'all know who I am, right? Anybody know who I am?
Yeah, they were just talking.
No, I don't, bro.
Who are you?
Tell me.
Somebody that got a phone call.
What, he a gangster or something, Lou?
Super gangster.
He could be, but respect. But who is he?
I'm sorry. I just want to ask. Let me just ask you that. You all know who I am? Y'all know who I am? In Chicago?
No, I don't know who you are, bro.
Okay, let me tell you who I am. I'm the director of community safety and relations. I'm also in the FOI. I ran the Urban League's Mayor Responsibility Program. I was part of the 21st century. I'm associated with every group of interrupters, from TO to all of the newcomers. I grew up in the Robert Taylor homes on 48th and State. Okay? You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
The Robert Taylor homes.
For sure.
Okay, so right. So I'm 67. And so what I'm telling you all is this. You all are making sense. And what I've heard thus far is true. What I've heard thus far is true. But what I want to lend to you all is just a couple of things. Some of this shit is absolutely it's created chaos. Now, we just lost one of my safe passage workers who live on the west side. Her daughter just got killed yesterday, and the children attend one of the schools on the west side. I'm dealing with that with crisis and some other people, et cetera, et cetera. I deal with this every day, and even as an FOI, the shit is out of control. But it's unfortunate that it's running its course. And is there any voices out here, any individuals out here that have that kind of street credibility? Gator don't have none of them cats. And when Jerome, got killed or died, no, listen to me. They don't have that influence to go and talk to these little bitty boys in these schools, in these neighborhoods. They don't have it. That's over. If you don't have that divine connection to them and you're able to penetrate and be consistent, just having a press conference is a joke. It's a joke. So if you ain't willing to put your life on the line, if you ain't willing to become part of their life, you could talk all day. But to change the reality where they are right now, it takes some serious hard and work. That's just real, brothers. Yeah. So when you're on the battlefield, I'm on the battlefield every day. Every situation that happens, I just happen to see Lou Room because we cousins. We from Greenville, Mississippi, and I love him. But I got to roll right now because I got something else to do. But I'm going to step back in a few as you all continue to talk, because I want to rap with a couple of y'all on some of the things that we could do, okay? I'll be back.
Yeah, I think.
Before y'all get into it, bro, I just want to say this real quick, gang.
Riri, what up?
Listen, bro.
Do you think?
I appreciate that, gang. Listen, and I don't want to sound like I'm being repetitive, bro, but like as more as the room go on, we done seen. I'm born in '86. I done seen it all, Lou. I done seen all kind of gang preventions go on. I done seen some of the OGs who just came from the feds that had a name back in the day. Man, them young niggas don't care. You do. If you ain't got no bag for these niggas do not want to talk. So the only thing I think that's left to try is to try to over-enforce some shit on the gangs. I'm not saying nothing about civilians. I'm talking about to get these gangs to get in line. Let's see if the military can get. Maybe if the military come out there with some long ass guns, some AK-47s and shit like they carrying around, maybe they'll chill the fuck out. Maybe they won't go slide on the fucking op today because them fucking army fatigue niggas out there ready to lay your ass down. Maybe you ought to give them a little bit more authority than the police to get rid of you niggas, so you niggas can sit the fuck down. And maybe y'all will go sit at the fucking table and say, okay, how can we work this out? How can we sit at the table so we don't keep getting killed by the army or keep getting harassed? We can't make no money in the hood. Look, maybe you gotta look. Gangs don't respect shit but violence. So maybe the army can lay down, or maybe the National Guard can lay down the violence enough to scare these niggas into being right in the community. And if they don't want to get right, ship their ass to Panama Bay or whatever they call that shit. Ship their ass to Alligator Bay or whatever they call it. Get that. We don't need you anyway. If you can't be corralled by the fucking army or the National Guard, you's a fucking heathen. Get them the fuck out of here. That's all I'm saying.
All right, put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree, man. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all disagree.
Yo, we also gonna have to breed our way out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like responsible men are gonna have to step up and breed ourselves out of this shit with real morals and values.
I agree.
But look, a lot of these niggas think that they personal issues with another man, because a lot of this shit don't be about no money. A lot of this shit just be personal and just a stupid cycle. A lot of them niggas think that issue with they quote unquote op is bigger than the whole black community in the community that they harming. Like they think that shit bigger than a child getting shot. Like I seen some shit where niggas was shooting up a funeral. Niggas, grandmas was there, kids was there. Niggas, personal issue.
How do you breed yourself out of target? How do you breed yourself out? I just didn't understand what he was saying. How do you breed yourself out of?
No, I know what it meant. Hold on, let me answer.
I don't get.
You gonna answer?
I can answer. Go ahead, ask the question.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Is he talking about black people breeding ourselves out of existence?
No,
or you breed yourself out of a problem?
Calm down.
No, it's not that complicated. It's
again with other races.
No. I'm just saying that black.
We think Trump's bad. Wait till Vance gets in there. All hell's gonna break.
Well, here's the question: is how you're gonna have to have a Democrat that's gonna run, that's gonna say, "I'm here to build the government back up to where it was before. I'm here to spend more of your money. I'm here to get all these NGOs and all this stuff, all these expenses that we had before. I'm here to spend your money maliciously. I'm here to open these borders. I'm here to make sure that these Democrat-run cities are dangerous like they were before." How do you run to the opposite of Donald Trump? And I'm being serious. It's like, this is a counter-revolution. This is Trump's counter-revolution. How do you put all this stuff back? How do you run on a platform of putting this all back together and it's actually a winning platform?
Oh, I'm feeling a dick up Trump's ass vibes in here. I might just have to settle down, sit back for a minute. Because here's the deal. The reality is that Trump is trying to vastly expand the chief executive rights, ability to do everything, okay? And all of these little toll gates that are getting pushed through by him, all these fences are getting pushed over by him, to be easily usable from the other direction at the same time. Anything that the Republicans do to try to buck the norm is just going to be taken advantage of by the other side when they get the opportunity. It just goes back and forth. I mean, you're old enough to know that, Matt. It goes back and forth every 4 or 8 years. So, right. So when you're saying how we're going to undo all these things, because they'll have and it'll be it'll all be executive actions like he's doing. They just ignore Congress. And the Democrats will do the same thing. Although Democrats are not that good at playing like non-establishment. So it might be hard because if they try to play by the rules, the establishment rules, then they're going to lose. They need to get dirty if they want to win, unfortunately. So he set a precedent for dirtiness, which I'm not a big fan of, but I guess he gets what he wants. So that's what it is.
Menso, welcome. Did you want to speak?
I would like to hear more actually. I just joined, so I'm not aware what we are talking about.
No problem.
It's ladies' night room, so let's talk about Trump's attractive cankles and how the ladies love him.
Does he have cankles? I never saw him.
Dude, they're talking about him because he's so swollen in the ankle area. He has some vascular issues going on. That's why his hand is always painted over because it's bruising. But his ankles are swollen as shit. They were talking about it at the last meeting.
Hey Mike, Joe B is incapable of I'm hearing or saying anything negative about Trump.
Then she can't. I don't know how she missed the cankle.
But do her eyes see the cankles? If she look for them next time.
She can't. She don't know. She can't do it.
She won't see them.
She can't perceive them at all.
Or the horrible makeup on his hand where it's just painted on there, and it's like, oh, it's so obvious they're covering up like some serious vascular issues.
Them big veins sticking out his hand. No, she can't see that.
I could mention Biden dying of cancer if we're going to talk about like leaders who are sick.
Oh no, I think we can hold both sides equally responsible for trying to hide things. I'm not disavowing Biden at all. I mean, I'm not saying that Biden wasn't a cover-up. I'm saying there's a cover-up happening on both sides to an extent. So if we can admit that, then I'm good to go. But if we say that, I mean, Biden's well known. Everybody admits it. But Trump is apparently repeating the same mistakes we made with Biden to some extent. How extensive? We don't know.
Medical issues are different than mental failings, too.
Well, there's also indicators of mental failings, depending on who is looking into it.
I don't know where Serendipity is. Kristen, do you know? She and MG and I were planning a room in the hallway. I wanted to go over the power of victimhood and a couple of other videos and talk about the Karens, the Jezebels, the Bethanies on the app, the female stereotypes. But we might not make that happen.
You know, Scarlett, you can make it happen because you're doing it right now.
Right now was just like a pre-show. I wanted to get people together because I just thought I don't want to take credit for the room. I think we were discussing it this morning over coffee about room topics. We had a poll in this morning's coffee room, but I left before I could see the results. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the father wound and the father effect. We're going to support our men.
What is that going to be? What time is that?
Tomorrow morning. I don't know. Maybe around 8 or 9 Eastern. It'll be here in the month unless we decide to do it in a public room. But you'll see it.
I thought y'all were gonna do something like fun, like game night or something like entertainment-wise, not just more politics. And it's not really Republican. Shouldn't really be a Trump room either, you know? I thought it was gonna be just more like goofy fun for Friday.
Well, this is happy hour. This is actually supposed to be the fun room. Might get to it. Make it.
No, I don't want for a reason.
We could do the yes/no game.
We could start with basic questions where everybody answers them, and then we'll just kind of break the ice. So the first question is pie or cake? Which one? And if it's pie, which is your favorite pie? We just go around the room and we can just start that with that.
This is how you play the yes/no game. Do you guys think that Mike would choose cake? Thumbs up if you think Mike would choose cake. Thumbs down if you think he would vote for pie. Oh wait, where's my reacts? Yeah, that won't work. Thumbs down.
Look at Wallace.
All right. So then, Mike, which one is your favorite, pie or cake?
It's pie. It's definitely
Okay.
pie.
I said pie, so I don't have to take a drink of an alcoholic beverage. But all you losers that did thumbs up, bottoms up. Take
Oh yeah, I like that. We can do that. Just with basic questions. Let's do it. We'll go around the room. Next one's for Joe B.
Well, I was daydreaming. I like pie. I hate cake. I love cherry pie. Don't go crazy.
Give a thumbs up if Joe B was
daydream about Cankles. Thumbs down if she wasn't here.
I hate cankles.
I have to say my favorite pie is rhubarb pie, but not rhubarb strawberry, just straight up rhubarb, no strawberry.
My favorite pie is.
What's your favorite pie, Matt Cool?
I'm not Matt Cool.
Oh, you're not?
Pie. No, my favorite pie is hair pie.
Oh, you're Matt Liberty. Oh. What's that? Sorry.
Hair pie.
Here. Oh, never mind.
So ideally, you would get a question for each individual. So for
Right, take it
Joe
personal,
B,
yeah.
it would be, does Joe B think charter schools should be implemented for everyone or for people in high risk, low resource areas? Thumbs up if you think she would say she would want it implemented for everyone. Thumbs down if you think it should be, if she thinks it would be targeted and specific to help the most needy.
Wrong. All wrong. I hate charter schools. I hate.
Really? So what's your answer for it? What's your solution?
Private schools. Small home schools.
Oh, I think of charter schools as private schools, I guess. What's the difference?
Charter schools have their own board. They're like a little mini school corporation.
But they're usually like run by like religious type affiliates, right?
No, actually they're not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what they were. I was wrong about them.
Mostly private schools do that.
So you'd want the money for the kids to go with the parents to make the decision, then?
Absolutely.
Like the 30,000?
100%.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You know, my problem with that is I have a son that goes to private school. The daughter that will go to private school in a few years. But my problem is, let's just say.
Hold on, Matt. I do want to get your. I just want to, hold on. I think because Joby said the money should go with every kid, the people who said thumbs up should win, and the people who did thumbs down should drink. Go ahead. Matt, come on. We're in the middle of a game. You're going to do an anecdotal story.
So,
like hello?
Let me build, please. So anyways, this thing costs $20,000 a year. Well, in Texas now, you can get a $10,000 voucher to be applied towards private school. Problem is, not everybody's going to get it, but most importantly, I guarantee you the $20,000 a year private school my son goes to will be $30,000 a year within the next 3 years. Going home,
Yep.
That's why I don't want private. I don't like the vouchers because all it's going to do, anytime government gets involved, it increases the price of shit.
Government's only involved if you let them. It's a local corporation decision. Hey, go run for school board, Matt.
I thought about it.
Well, Matt, I will say, at its core, though, what she's suggesting is that if each kid costs $30,000 anyway, the money's going to go to the parents instead of the local government to do the education for that kid. And so in theory, that is kind of doing what you want. It's getting it away from the government, even if they have to go back and spend it. So
and I agree. I think that, like, Cy-Fair ISD is where I live. So in Cy-Fair, it costs like $40,000 a year to send the kid to school to Cy-Fair. Well, I think you should be able to pay me that $40,000, where I can teach my kid at home, or I can take that $40,000 and take it to a private.
The problem is the government will start sending out like fucking bullshit requests to encourage us to buy elementary school student loans so that they can make money off the elementary school kids for the whole fucking lives and get them started in debt even earlier than usual. So they'll take advantage of it either way. What'll happen is you'll get $30,000 for each kid. The schools will double in price. Most people won't be able to pay that.
The public school stays public and it stays free use quotes. No, I'm just saying, because let's say it costs $40,000 a year to go to school in Cy-Fair. If you take the expense of having the school district, you divide it by how many kids, this comes up to about $40,000. I should be able to take that $40,000 and I should be able to either spend that money by not working and being at home, or just take that $40,000 and take it to a private school, choose to stay public. I don't get the $40,000 because it's going to the public school anyways. Should be a freedom of choice.
Yeah, I'd vote for that because the reason I'd vote for it is because I have 2 kids that just graduated high school and they're going into college now, and I saw their high school experience, and it was not nearly as good as mine was as far as education.
Horrible. It's awful.
It's horrible. And so because they're doing a horrible job, I don't think they should be in charge of it. Yeah.
That's right. It's terrible. I graduated high school in '93. In the high school experience today, education-wise, compared to in the early '90s, late '80s, is catastrophically different. I might have a 19-year-old that's now at a tech school, but I never saw him bring one project home, never saw him type one paper at home, never saw him study at home. He was a BC student, but my point is he never brought anything home. Nothing science fair project.
Maybe that's
none of
why
that
he's
shit.
a BC student.
You had to. I was a BC student. And
why wouldn't he bring his work home and do any studying at home?
Because guess what? No. Because guess what? The school district's philosophy is you don't assign work where they have to take it home. You do the hardest job you possibly can to get them to do the schoolwork in school, because everybody has a fair opportunity. No one has equal access to what they have at home. Whether it's
all right, whoever shares an anecdotal story has to come up with the next person in question. Go, Matt.
Okay, but you have to start that rule after me because I want to go after Matt really fast.
Okay, so to wrap it up is that they don't assign homework at Cypher. Cypher's a huge school district here. That's a fact. They don't assign homework. Now, I did the same thing at A&M. I don't know. Fuck. Gotta get going.
So while he's on mute, let me say one thing, because I come from a kind of different angle of why I don't think why I think it's too easy. I have twins, and they both graduated with like 4.4 grade point average, and the other one had a 4.2 grade point average. And out of 600 kids in their graduating class, 280 of them had 4.0 and above. That means it's too fucking easy. And they'll justify it by saying, well, they're in advanced courses, so they can earn more than 4.0. No, they should be advanced. They should earn more for being in advanced courses. Advanced courses there because the other one's too easy for them. So if their hard is different than somebody else's hard, they shouldn't get more credit just for being in their hard slot. Just for being hard. So the reality is that the state of Georgia, if you get above a 3.6, you have free college, which is amazing. It's actually above 3.4, I think, which is amazing. It's covered by our lottery. So that's really helpful since I have twins and they're going to college at the same time. That's super helpful. But the reality is that there's so many kids that qualify for this thing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when it comes to like UGA, where everybody wants to go, it's impossible to get in. Their average acceptance rate required a 4.6 and a 1400 SAT for freshmen this year. So they've made University of Georgia into this like college for absolute elite grade students, because it's free for everybody, for so many people, and everybody wants to go to UGA because that's the cool place to be. So it's kind of had weird consequences.
Okay, so Scarlett, go ahead. Why don't you repeat to Matt here the next step? Go ahead, Matt.
What was I don't want to be anecdotal evidence per se, so I'm not going on mute.
No, Scarlett asked you a question.
What was the question?
2 minutes ago. She's going to repeat it to you. Go.
Repeat the question, please.
Okay, I got one for Matt. No, for Hakima, because he's next in line. Hakima, the question is, would you rather have a beer with JB or Roger Mayhem? And so thumb up for JB and thumb down for Roger.
That should be pretty easy.
Wait, don't say anything yet, Hakeem, and let everybody get their vote in.
I don't drink beer.
that was part of the game, Joby, or?
I didn't lay out the question. If it was a thing of Wentworth on the rocks, I'd play.
All right, maybe we put it in the chat too, because I don't know if the thumbs up, thumbs down is working like I had hoped it would. We used to have the individual reacts on our profiles. We'd have to do the sound. We'd have to do the sound emojis and pick different emojis for the different, like the sparkling stars for Mojo and the crickets for Jake.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, go ahead, Jim.
No, sorry, John. My responses aren't working either. None of them.
I was gonna say, if anybody also thinks or speculates
That I'm Point and I'm a stupid person.
well, you can go into another room right now and listen to Point talking, so it'll help further eliminate any additional speculation.
And I'm not Point. All right, everybody, big stupid.
Oh, MG says Point is Otis. Really? That's Otis's account? Okay, so I guess it isn't a gay white man pretending to be a black. Turns out it's a gay black.
No. Like, Yulia shared information that supports John's suspicion. There are rumors, though, that it is John. There are rumors that it's Otis. There is rumors that it's the character formerly known as Goat, who is now MAGA Miss. Yeah. So.
Damn, it's Goat, isn't it?
Well,
Goat isn't a bad suggestion. I didn't put that together.
It's not Goat, though.
Yeah, I can't imagine Joe doing nothing like that.
Well, it's not John Kitover. John Kitover's in this room talking to you through Mojo right now. Jesus. You're a bunch of stupid dummies.
All right.
Can't figure this one out.
Would you rather, my vote was would you rather have a beer with Mojo. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I want to have a beer with JB, but Mojo, I think most people would pick Mojo now. But yeah, I definitely, it's Mojo. Even though I don't drink beer, but yeah.
Jeez, what's wrong with all you stupid dummies not drinking any beer?
we're high class.
Well, try a Miller High Life sometime. Put some orange juice in it, drink it on the rocks, put a little cinnamon on top. You're gonna love it. It's called a Mojo Lady Special.
You're losing your point.
Never had a point. I just came in here to have a good time with you beautiful ladies, especially Scarlett. She's so beautiful. For so many years, I've been in love with this beautiful, strong, fierce lioness. God bless you, Scarlett. I love you.
All right, here's the next question.
Scarlett, what gives you such strength and grace? And how do you keep it all together here on Clock?
I actually think this is funny.
Did Scarlett have more strength or grace?
Yeah.
Going up for strength.
It's really her dignity. She's got such wonderful dignity. Where did you get such powerful dignity from?
All right, so the question on the table is, what does Scarlett have more of? Rank, stubbornness, and stupidity? Thumbs up. Belief in humanity and gullibility? Thumbs down.
I think you've got a lot of belief in humanity and yourself, Scarlett. I'm not so sure about your rating system because I can't send you the emoji I want. I just want to send you more LOVE because you've got it, Scarlett. You're wonderful, and I love you.
Doobie.
Can I move him down?
Yes. No, it's funny. Blacked.
I didn't leave. I'm right here, Joby.
Oh, you blacked yourself out. You're being black now.
I'm just saying that for many years and.
Okay. So, what was the vote? I think it's more optimism and humanity and gullibility. So, drink if you think it's, I don't even remember the question, stubbornness or so well. Okay, Sig. This question is for Sig. Don't answer it, Sig, because people have to tell you what they think, yes or no, or whatever. So, Sig. Is Sig's favorite weapon a Sig Sauer? Thumbs up for yes. Sparkles for yes, and crickets for no.
Why don't I have sparkles on my options? I don't have them.
You have to tap your profile. No.
Yeah.
You have to no. You have to hold down on your profile. Damn it. Yeah, and then the soundboard will come up, and then the soundboard is, or you can do thumbs up and thumbs down. Like it's not.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
So everybody voted. Sid, the mic is yours. All the people who said Sig Sauer was not your favorite gun of choice has to drink. All the ones who said it was gets a free pass.
Answer is yes. Sauer is my firearm of choice.
Okay.
Whoever said no, I don't know if I should be mad at you or feel bad for you. Shit. Should have been given.
You are white or you are black?
Me?
You are not black.
I'm American.
Black, you would be not white.
I'm red, white, and blue. That's what I am.
What is your favorite gun of choice?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, Sig Sauer. Yeah, Sig's my brand. I love Sig.
Well, why do you like Sig?
I like for the price. My favorite is the ergonomics compared to like a Glock. Yeah, it's the ergos for me. I love Glock. Glock's a great gun, but it just feels like a fucking brick in your hand. Sig's a little more tailored to it.
Okay, so I said it wasn't.
Are you shitting me, Monica?
Well, I just thought you liked the name Sig because it was masculine, and Glock would have probably not traveled as well on the app.
Right, okay, that's fair.
Like, you might as well call yourself Magnum, and like nobody would.
Oh, that's hilarious.
To be honest.
All right, guys, it is 6:30. Let's play for another 30 minutes, and hopefully I can get my act together, and we'll do that replay room about archetypes, female archetypes on the app, exploring the ways that women can manipulate people, and also like we can include the men. There are some master manipulators, character stereotypes. I really don't want to name names. I don't want to. And we'll see how it goes. I want to hear the guys' stories.
Okay. Scary. It's okay.
So, Scarlett, lay out the archetypes again so everybody can understand and go to your next room, please.
Well, see, Joby, I kind of didn't want to do that. I kind of wanted to do that for the next room.
Okay.
Because I need like 30 minutes to get ready. I need to pull up some videos and get, things together. And I also need to eat. So.
Fair enough. I was in a room, not on Clubhouse, I think on Twitter. I talked about archetypes. They kind of went into, I don't know, more psychological archetypes. That's why I asked. Well, ping us all in when you get there. We'll be here. Maybe. Some of us got it.
Sid, do you want to do a question for anyone in the room? Doesn't have to be anyone on stage.
As much as I would like to, Monica, I'm not by my phone
Okay.
right now, so I'll pass.
That's okay. I have one for Jane. Would Jane say she tolerates conservatives more today than she did 2 years ago on the app?
That's a spicy question for Jane, Scarlett.
And Jane, you're welcome on stage, or you can reply in the chat when people take their votes.
Scarlett, while she votes, I just want to point out that Donald Trump, in a new video, while he is talking about Washington, D.C.'s plunging crime rate, he's claiming that he's coming to Chicago next. So basically, Trump will start liberating American cities, one city at a time.
How does that everybody make you feel? Donald Trump is going to plunge himself into the muff, one city at a time.
I just hope, a lot of people thought that voiceover guy and I are the same person, and so people kick voiceover guy out of rooms, and, he's like, fucking John Kitover, he gets me kicked out of all these rooms, people think I'm him. And now I just hope that.
People think that I'm Point, and they kick Point out all the time, but Point has too many friends and allies here, so they don't know for sure yet.
Did anybody ever...
Okay.
Jane doesn't know how to play the game. Jane, we were supposed to guess, and then you tell us if we were right or wrong.
Jane's not over your tricks, Scarlett.
No, she's good. She doesn't have to tolerate us. She doesn't have to, I'm not for everyone, you understand, and I'm okay with that.
Did you name yourself Scarlet because of Scarlet the Witch from Avengers?
No. No. Scarlet Letter, actually, I thought that was pretty funny. And, being branded on audio app for being evil. Okay, so Jane says no, she's not more tolerant of conservatives, although she is in a lot of rooms with conservatives lately, which makes me go, but I will honor your answer, ma'am. So everybody who said yes, drink, everybody who said no, Jane is exactly how she was 2 years ago. She has a fierce dislike, disrespect, and distrust of conservatives, and she has not changed at all whatsoever in any measure, form, or fashion. You don't have to drink.
I don't want to break the number 9 rule about bringing up former drama. However, I would just say that when people come on social audio apps and make death threats against you, like Jane has suffered from some people on this app, she's got good grounds and reasons to not trust or have any faith in Republicans. So, Jane, if you want to come up, tell everybody what that experience is like for you, and maybe why you don't trust some supposed conservative, supposed Republican people on this app. Even though they're not Christians, they say they're Viking warrior atheists, and they don't support any political parties, but yet they know the answers to everything.
You just described only one person I know in the house. Stop it.
Well, don't look at my PTR either, because I'm pretty sure management at the Texas Children's Hospital also didn't look at it.
Like I said, one person.
Well, if we want to change America, it takes one person at a time.
Who else has a question for someone?
I got a question for Mike. Mike, why did you decide to donate to the campaign to elect candidate John Kitover?
Oh, slimy. Slimy, John. Slimy self-promotion.
Self-promotion. My belief system aligns with yours. My political belief system aligns with yours. Even though I'm not in your district or anything. Not to mention, I like you as a human being, and you're on here, and you make me laugh, so I just wanted to support you. The part that aligns most is fiscal responsibility.
So if we're fiscally responsible, though, why do people think that that's going to blow the economy?
My bigger question is, why does MAGA think they're conservatives when they lack all fiscal responsibility?
Trying to send you a spicy emoji, but it's apparently too spicy, and I've hit my system limit.
Yeah, I think we're hung up on this whole MAGA, rhino, descriptive thing. We're Republican or we're not when we go to the polls to vote.
Oh, you better hope that's the case. But I can tell you right now, there's a hell of a lot of Republicans that are not real happy about the takeover of the party. There's a good percentage of people that were left hanging when he made it all about himself. And so to say that we're all Republicans now, that's a nice narrative since you just hijacked the party. But I would say that you gotta hope that you gotta hope the MAGAs can hold it down, keep JB going. Otherwise, maybe, I don't think so, but in an ideal world, the rest of the Republicans that actually never approved of Trump in the first place would quit being such giant pussies, and they would move in a different direction slightly. A little bit of what he has, and a whole lot of what he doesn't have.
Not the case in the Midwest. Definitely not in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky. Not the case. I work and live here in politics. Not the case.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, the blue-collar workers are beguiled by him, even though they're making less than they made 20 years ago for doing the same jobs. So I don't get it, but
Okay.
I agree.
I said when we opened it that we would mod all the females, and I already forgot. Hey, serendipity.
You can unmod me. That's okay. I'm good. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the mod too, but if it's a female thing, I'm good for that.
Well, it was keeping with the ladies' night theme, that's all.
Well, yeah, I'll go down in the audience and come back up.
Mike, you're fine.
Yeah, I think
You're fine.
fine too, Mike.
Can I ask all the ladies to go around and tell us your go-to karaoke?
I'll go first. Midnight after you're wasted. It's really midnight after the Oasis.
That's a good question. I like that question. Keep going. Everybody on stage answer the question. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Cat Power, Sea of Love, or Watermelon by Jane and John Q.
Wow, I don't know either one of those. Crazy.
Build me up, Buttercup.
Mine is the Humpty Dance.
The Humpty Dance.
You got that on your DC.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Because I was like, Robert goes, look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak, and I'm skinny, so it worked. Just kept with it.
That would have been my last guess for you, Mike. I'd have guessed Baby Got Back before Humpty Dance.
Oh, if I was going to do that, because I'm from Seattle, and I am that era, I would have done old Sir Mix-a-Lot, like My Posse's on Broadway, if I was going to do
Posse's on Broadway. That's crazy.
Me and Kid Sensation, Home Away from Home. I played a game of pool against Kid Sensation in the late 80s. That's my claim.
You know, in keeping with tradition and honor, I just want to quote Dr. Mojo, or former Glorious Mojo, that Scarlett, you are looking ravishing this evening, and I can smell your beauty from across the...
I think She smells like chicken dumplings.
Yeah, I mean, not to you, Scarlett, but I love me some chicken dumplings.
That's what my wife always orders at Cracker Barrel. They're cheap, good.
My favorite.
Scarlett, have you heard of this lady called Lily Gaddis? Has anyone heard of her?
Lady Gaddis?
Lily, I think it is.
Lily? No.
Yeah, she's just a grifter. She's pathetic.
Okay, yeah, so, no, I do not look her up. She's like the female Nick Fuentes. I was introduced to her because I was watching a Jesse Lee Peterson interview, and oh my god, it's painful.
She, like a year ago, she went viral because she was making some stupid video while she was cooking, and she casually dropped the N-bomb, like with an A. So she went viral for
Alexander, mute your mic.
And then all of a sudden she went, so she was going on these X Spaces, and then she was meeting like Myron Gaines, all of the like the big JQ people, like the Jewish Question people, and they all like red pilled her. And so now she's like a full on fucking, Nazi. I don't know how much of it's a grift.
Are you projecting, PP?
I'm not.
No, it's definitely accurate. She's definitely full Nazi. Like, if you watch this video, I'm just like, why is Jesse Lee? I mean, I don't know. Whatever, dude. Whatever. But sometimes
I think Pepe is just projecting. I think whenever Pepe comes in a room and starts talking about neo-Nazis, that's just what's underneath his covers.
I was in the rooms with.
You're just projecting people.
Amazing. I was in the rooms on X where it was happening, so I remember.
Well, thanks for. Unfortunately, you're violating the rule number 9 of the room. You can't bring in drama from other rooms. So stop it.
All right, John. Yeah, we were having a pleasant discussion.
We were until we started talking about Nazis like you always do.
No, we rally, John. Rally. All right. So we're doing yes or no. I don't know how long y'all been in here, but somebody asked someone a question, but they don't answer it right away. The room decides whether yes or no, or either or, and then the person tells us what the answer is.
Oh, I like that game.
Yeah, it's a version of the one I did in White Belts and Chilla Zone. So, for example, would Bima say that small voluntary societies are better than no taxes?
No taxes, which means a taxless society versus small societies. Aren't they kind of the same thing?
Yeah, what's the difference? I'm trying to differentiate those two.
All right, damn it. Someone else come up with the question because I froze.
Voluntary society is there's no centralized authority, so there wouldn't be there's no taxation. It would just be voluntary associations and contract.
It'd be like what libertarians want.
So how would the libraries get built and the roads paved, FEMA?
Oh, that's a great question. Voluntarists are actually very loving and giving.
So do you think people would volunteer to lay down asphalt? That's a hard job.
Do we want FEMA to answer a better question, or do we want someone else to think of a better question to ask someone else? Because I feel like FEMA's been cheated by my
Mike asked a good question about laying asphalt. People aren't going to lay asphalt for free, because I just saw some asphalt get laid the other day, and it's hard work in the sun. So who the hell is going to do that for free?
I have a question for Pepe. Pepe, do you believe... No, I can't do that to you. Would Pepe grow a garden? Yes or
That's if he's hungry, yes.
So I answer with an emoji.
Well, hold on. We have to guess what you would say first. And my answer would be only if he had to. So I have to figure out, is that a yes or a no? I would say no. That Peppy would not grow a garden. He not. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
everybody
say
make their
no.
guesses. They make their guesses on stage or in chat. You can do thumbs up, thumbs down. I can't get 9 on stage. There we go. Or you can do emojis in the chat.
My mind says no, he wouldn't. It's not him. But my heart says that he does have a deeper connectivity and love for organic food and sustainability.
That's projection, Bima. Pepe creates gardens of hate speech. I hate to break the bad news to everybody. He's not going to grow a garden unless there's hate
I have
speech.
faith, Mojo.
It'll be my white power garden, I guess. I don't know.
See, I just told you.
No.
I just told you guys.
Wait a minute, hold on. So a white power garden, no carrots, no green beans, only white food. You're gonna die of what? But peanut squash? What's the only white squash?
Well, the white power
That's not
garden
much
would
of a
be
garden.
to fuel the white race, and so yes, I would make a garden. Amazing.
What are you gonna do? Sprinkle bronzer all over it? Because you look like you use some kind of fake tan or something.
Well, if you eat enough carrots, you do turn orange. Actually, believe it or not, it's a real.
But you are a frog. Everybody thought you were a frog. We just confirmed it. But I thought, let me ask you a question, Pepe. What's long? Smells like bacon, and what's long, green, and smells like bacon?
Your gangrene dick. I don't fucking know.
Are you projecting? I was gonna say Kermit the Frog's dick, but how did you know? You must be projecting.
Hold on, I got a question for Sig. Does Sig have more than 15 guns? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I say yes. Those are have to do emojis. We can just say what we think. Just come off mic and say. The audience can do emojis, but up here we can just say.
I think he has like 13.
I think he has 25.
Y'all, I really need people to take a moment of silence or prayers or whatever way you have to express condolences and well wishes to someone. Because someone thought it'd be a really good idea to call themselves Monica on the Clubhouse app. Guess they didn't hear. So, you can. And good luck to you, because I don't think you're going to enjoy the Monica experience as much as, I'll accept the flowers if you need me to, but, right? All right.
I feel like Sig has a very selective, high quality taste, and I feel like he doesn't keep guns that he's not going to use. So I think 13. I feel 13. Sig, we got it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22. I got 22.
Oh my god!
Oh, that would have been a great question. Oh man, missed opportunity. Do you think Sig Sauer has less than 25 guns or more than 25 guns? Doggone it.
Yeah, I just sold one last month too. So.
What is your most expensive gun?
My most expensive gun is my battle rifle. My actually shit hits a fan rifle. It's probably got about total with the gun and accessories and barrel aftermarket shit. I probably got about $5 to $6 grand into that gun.
Holy shit! What kind is it?
It is a Radical Arms AR-15, but I've got a fun trigger installed in it. I've got a 20-inch stainless steel barrel. I've got an aftermarket gas system.
buttstock. Bolt carrier is it's like some type of crazy slick alloy, so I really don't have to oil it that much. Yeah, I got so much shit. I got red dot optic on it. I got a LPVO, a 10-time LPVO. That itself was like $1,300. But yeah, I just got a lot of shit. That's my